joking for fucking years about being a fanfic mod. And then all of a sudden, I'm approached and to actually be one, and I lost my fucking shit. Like, I was legitimately losing my fucking shit laughing. I was laughing, crying, and probably pissing myself. I've been joking for, like, what the fuck do you mean you want me to actually be a mod? And I was up until, like, 3 months ago, and then I had a bunch of shit go on, so I said, like, hey, I gotta take a step back. I'm trying to slowly get back into it again here, so...
So are you still a mod, or are you just on?
Yeah, I'm still a mod. I was like, I'm not gonna be very active. I have to get some shit done, and I'm close to being done with the things, but yeah, I've got a lot going on. But you know what? If it comes up for the podcast, I'll talk about it then. Because I don't want to talk about it twice. So.
All right, I should have given you this role sooner. I gave you the admin role here, Alex _.
Oh, thank you.
Damn.
It's the host role. I'm gonna give you the assistant role after this, though.
You know, I'm still fucking pissed off. The fuckers, like, I understand if they could have just like taken away my certain roles, but they took away my alpha drunk in the bar cat.
Oh.
I was so mad. I'm like, really? Like, it didn't do anything other than let me join the voice chat. But I never I didn't abuse it a lot.
They went a bit nuts, didn't they? Sort of burning everything down.
Yeah.
And then they've slowly been...
Say that rage for the cast. Alex, do the countdown.
10, 9,
7, no,
8,
you start from 3.
7,
you start from 3.
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
You gotta sing Old Lang Syne.
Auld Lang Syne, my dear. Auld Lang Syne.
This will either be a terrible cast or a great cast. There's no in between.
Oh no, we're fucking going full. We're gonna sink like the Titanic.
Okay.
Michael, you've got chat disabled on the stream.
I got chat disabled?
On the stream.
How did I disable chat? I don't know how I did that.
I don't know. You did it.
See, I love just being the fucker that's just on the sideline because I don't know what's going on. But everyone else is panicking, and it's just funny to me.
I don't... Oh my god. Seven is our tech guy. I don't know how to fix this.
Press the chat button.
The chat what?
Control F4. Control F4.
Yeah.
That's gonna log me out.
I don't know, but you have actually got it disabled. There must be an option. So,
I don't know what that is.
Shall I Google it?
You still fucked up my name.
I did?
Yes.
Oh, that's unfortunate. No. This is why I'm glad we're switching to the bi-weekly schedule, because I have more time to learn this shit. Welcome to SnarkCast, episode 9. Here we have ROBCakeran.
Yep.
And today I have with me Alex _, our assistant.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
7 is on hiatus because he's dealing with personal stuff, and today's cast is chaotic because I haven't had time to prepare this week. So we're just going to chill, and I think it'll work out because ROBCakeran's a cool dude. I've hung out with him a few times, and speaking of which, Rob, I remember when we were watching the Last of Us when that show came out, I was streaming it in my group, and you just randomly joined mid episode, and you commented that if the flashlights in the show, it was 2013, right? The show took place in. You commented that the flashlights shouldn't be working because it was a very different type for the time period. So that got me curious. How do you have such extensive knowledge of out-of-date technology, and why are you so fascinated by it?
Because I'm old fuck.
You old fuck. How
Yeah.
old are
No,
you?
no. So okay. So actually, wow, I actually forgot about that until you just brought that up. No. So what was going on was because Last of Us is based in 2012, 2013-ish era. And LEDs were there, but they were still relatively newer a thing.
Okay, I need to make a
And
correction real quick. The game takes place. The game, the apocalypse started 2013, and then the game is 10 years later after the
right,
apocalypse,
right.
and then the
Yeah.
show is 2003. So
Wait, what?
yeah, there's a time difference in the show. The show is
Oh yeah, okay.
2003.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah, yeah. The game or yeah, it's the world ending is early 2000s, and then the events of the show or whatever are the 20 teens. That's right, right?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes. And you
So
made yeah. There's a comment about the berries, of course. Go on.
yes. So my problem was the fact that the lights in the show, some of them were using LEDs. And if I remember correctly, and again, I'm trying to remember here because that was a while ago since we watched that. But if the argument I was making is correct, is that they were using LED flashlights when in that era that was really fucking new shit going on. I mean, they weren't relatively available. And if they were military grade and they were expensive as fuck. I mean, nowadays, yeah, LED fucking flashes are everywhere. But I grew up in there. I mean, fuck, I'm fucking retarded. I use incandescent light bulb flashlights still. I don't like LEDs. I'm an airplane mechanic. So when I'm inspecting aircraft, I don't like intense bright light. I like a warmer light that's just mellowed. And that's why I still use older style flashlights when I'm inspecting. But the show is showing a lot of LED stuff that's just too intense, too high intensity, and it's like this is wrong. I mean, yeah, younger people wouldn't fucking know a difference, but me being me, yeah, I burn fucking incandescent bulbs everywhere. I don't use a lot of LED stuff. So it was
Absolutely.
just, and you can tell by the light. You can just tell by it. I mean, if you really pay attention to it, LED always has that very bright, slightly bluish light to it. Incandescent's that yellowish, whatever. And you can have incandescents that are high intensity that are a more pure white. Aircraft landing lights are high intensity incandescents a lot of the time, so they look bright white, almost like an LED, but they're not. They shine different. They cast different. So that was just me being a bitch.
Okay. By the way, Alex, can you create a stream chat and the Discord server and ping everyone since
Uh,
the YouTube chat is disabled?
I will do that.
Okay. And in the meantime, Rob, what are you drinking right now?
It's mostly Crown Royal with ice, but there's a little bit of Evan Williams in there too because I was running out of both. So
Okay.
I just add them together. Whiskey plus whiskey equals whiskey.
Are you an alcoholic or do you just like drink? Do you just like the drink?
I am a professional drunk and aspiring alcoholic.
Uh, how much blood is in your system?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there's got to be a lot. I picked a scab earlier and it was bleeding. Oh, wait, it's still bleeding. Well, yeah, it's. I mean, there's blood there, and I can't light it with a match or anything. Like, it's not gonna do that. No, that was my dad. He would you fucking light a match around him, he'd go up like
Oh,
a fucking
God.
Roman candle.
Oh God. So when are you not drinking?
I don't understand the question.
Okay. Oh, okay. So what is your favorite kind of drink to make?
Oh, my favorite drink to make. Okay, so there's a popular, well, I say popular, not super, but it's a known well enough drink that's called the swamp water, which you take 50% sun-kissed and then 25% root beer and 25% whiskey of your choice. And it's called swamp water. Well, I'm a lazy fuck. So I said, fuck that, remove the root beer and do 2/3 sun-kissed, 1/3 whiskey. And I call it Sun Whisk.
Oh, okay. And it's good.
So, oh yeah, I fucking love it, man. I have corrupted so many people with that drink. Like usually when you see me at a con, I'll be walking around with a low ball glass with that, and people just walk up, take it out of my hand, take a drink, and give it back to me. That's just fucking normal. Like if they know who I am anyway, they do that.
I'm a stouts guy. That's like that's a dark beer. I just really like the taste of stout.
Oh yeah, the fancy fucking beers. Yeah, I drink Canadian sewage, so
Yeah,
I drink Labatt Blue
yeah,
because it's cheap and it tastes half-ass okay,
yeah. And the
and
thing
it's
with
not Coors Light.
yeah, and the thing with stouts is I live in a small town, and unless like you live in like the city, they're hard to come by because most people they're looking for light beer. They're just looking to get drunk. They're not looking for flavor. And there was this
Yeah.
one, yeah, okay, there were two actually that were my go-to. It was Devout and Dragon's Milk. Those
Oh God, why would you bring that up?
keep in mind, I'm not an expert like you.
Well, I'm not an expert. I have PTSD with Dragon's Milk. There's still a fucking bottle of it unopened on my stairs somewhere.
Oh, nice. You should
That
give
and
it
the
to me.
that and the fucking pump kick. That fucking Swiss. Oh my God, those are
Uh,
horrible.
there's
Basically,
this.
whenever my friends buy these crafty beers and we try them, because there's always five of us, there's always one left. If we enjoyed them and they were good, one of us always drink the sixth one. If they were bad, there was always one left. So there's a bottle of Dragon's Milk, a bottle of Pump Kick, and there's another one, I forget what it is, on my stairs going to the garage because we don't fucking touch those things.
There's this third one I actually really liked. It's barrel aged stout. They let it age for 1 year, and they sell it in like pint-sized bottles. And when you pour it, it's just really smooth and like it kind of tastes creamy. That's how smooth it is. It's just really good. Like a glass of that can get you fucked up. That's how strong it is.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would drink that shit for 4th of July. That was my go-to drink for holidays. They stopped selling stouts at the liquor store because, like I said, people are just they're just looking to get their buzz going on. But
Oh yeah.
there is a pub in my hometown, which is actually one of the best places to visit here. Uh, they actually make their own beer, and sometimes they sell stouts, but they also make special beers for the holidays. Like I believe for Halloween they made the pumpkin juice
Okay.
based on Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
No, okay, no, it was it was butter beer. That's what they made. Yeah.
Oh, butter beer is usually
That's
pretty good. Like
Well, this is.
I'm not a beer connoisseur at all. I drink the swill to swill, but I've had butter beer before, and that's pretty good shit.
I had no
I
idea.
wouldn't pay for it.
I had no idea it was an actual thing. I just know they're modeling it after Harry Potter.
Yeah, I've had that before. I wouldn't pay for it, but it's good stuff.
sounds better than pumpkin juice.
Pumpkin juice. I'm not gonna lie. When I read the Harry Potter books and I read pumpkin juice, I always just wanted to try it because like I like carrot juice, and when I think pumpkin juice, oh, it has to be very thick and creamy, and it must sound delicious when it's cold. So I just really want to try it. So I've always
Oh,
wanted to try pumpkin juice.
like a pumpkin smoothie.
Yeah, it's like a pumpkin smoothie, just in juice form.
And then had the
Uh,
fucking pumpkin seeds in there for the chunkiness of it, just like
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect. You got it's like it's like that it's like boba tea, like that.
Yeah, you've made it sound a bit nicer now, actually. I was thinking it would be like water, like the consistency of water, and it would taste like
Oh no.
raw pumpkin.
I mean,
It's more like,
I mean, like pretty much all juice has a shitload of water in it because the juice in the fruit isn't enough on its own to actually make
mm,
make a full cup. Like I remember making lemonade one time, and I was like 12, but like that was my first time learning that it actually takes a while to make juice because you have to go through so many lemons and then even then,
Yeah.
even after you go through all those lemons, you have to mix it with water. You gotta let it set. You gotta go through this entire process, and by the time I was done, it came out shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. That's why I'm like, when I go to restaurants, like for lunch or whatever, I ask for a glass of water and a lemon slice, and I just fucking take that lemon slice, squeeze in my water. That's my lemon. Fuck it.
Oh my god, you're one of those water fucks. You're the asshole that goes to a restaurant and orders a water.
I'm an old fuck. I mean, that's what I do. Like
Um,
we go out and eat. It's like, yeah, water with a lemon slice. Fucking take that lemon slice, squeeze that in the water. I don't even use a straw. I take my fork, fucking stab the fucker into the water, and I fucking just drink it out of the glass. I don't use a fucking straw.
God.
you know what I do when I go to restaurants? Okay, here's what I do. I ask for a water because water is fucking free. That way, if I get thirsty during my meal, I don't feel guilty about drinking soda the entire time because I can stay hydrated. And then I'll order something like a green tea. Because you know what? I am a connoisseur. I am a connoisseur.
Yeah, well, tea
Deprivation
belongs to the
and
fucking Atlantic, so whatever.
Yeah. Alex, did you make the chat?
I did. I did. I even pinged you, but you've got too many pings, as I can see. So you need to clear some of your Discord pings,
Well, I can't
buddy.
see anything. What's going on?
On his stream, look, he's got 9+ pings, so we can't tell when he's being pinged.
Wait, he's got a stream going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, people are listening to this. Would you believe it or not?
Did you miss the intro? We did the intro.
Oh, that's right. We did that thing.
We're streaming this.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you
Okay.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm never fucking okay. But that's okay. Because it's not okay.
uh, okay. Uh, okay. So I know you despise Milo Dashi. Okay, I know you hate the
Whoa,
fame.
whoa, 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 whoa,
That's a
whoa,
strong
whoa,
word.
whoa. Stop.
You despise
Stop.
Milo Dashi. You hate it with all
Stop.
your heart.
Stop. Stop.
If you had the option to leave the Philly in the box, you would do it.
Stop.
Okay.
As fun as it is to joke about it, I do not hate MLD. I do not despise MLD. And you know why?
What? Why?
It's not because of MLD itself. Yes, it's poorly written in ways. It shows its age in ways. It shows my lack of skill back then and now in ways. But I will never despise MLD because it has inspired so many people
Oh, that's sweet.
to get involved in whether it's just getting involved in the fandom in general, or how many people tell me getting in writing. I mean, we were just talking about the Barcast earlier. Flutter Priest, he's one of those. He's like, MLD was a huge part of it. I mean, there's so many people. So yeah, I mean, I'm cool with making fun of it and laughing at it, but I will never say that I despise and hate the story. Yeah, it's not at all any of my good works, but it's a thing that was there and it drew people in and it changed lives. I mean, like I've said this in multiple interviews with other people and whatnot. In the early days, the first couple years of MLD being posted, I used to get messages all the time about people about how they were super depressed and going through horrible life situations. And in a way, it helped them and changed them and kept them from doing, whether it was just something to themselves or others. I mean, it just changed them. And it's like, I can't hate that. I can't hate MLD for that. Yeah, I can poke fun of it. I'll make fun of it. I'll laugh at it. I'll call it a crappy story, whatever. I will never say I despise it. I will never say I regret it. It has done too much good for, regardless of the community or a individual person.
Okay.
So
Okay. That actually led into the question I was building up to. Okay, so I heard this from somebody, but they say they heard it from you. So I'm just gonna frame it exactly how I had in mind. I understand you kind of despise the popularity you got from it. And I was going to ask, what what's the part of the popularity you just really hate, and the part of the popularity you appreciate. Uh, And if you have another example for that part, feel free to give it.
I mean, like I will admit there was a time where I actually wasn't happy with it. But I was still a younger person then. I was still in my young mid-20s and didn't really grasp how the real world worked yet, and just I didn't like it because I sometimes had people that would come to me with problems, thinking that I was an almighty figure because I wrote it and I had the answers, and they had serious problems, and I'm like, "I don't know what to fucking say. I don't know what to fucking do."
Mm,
And then it was like I would suggest and say my best, what I could do, what I thought. And I'm a blunt motherfucker. Like, I'm sorry, you know, to steal my father's quote, I call an ace and a spade spade. I don't cherry coat shit. I say what I feel and what I think. And if I think you're being a fucking idiot, I'm gonna call you out. I don't care if you're paraplegic, if you're disabled, if you're whatever. I will say you're a fucking idiot, and I'll tell you why I think you're an idiot, and then say, okay, so try these things to change that. And I had people that had problems. And that was the worst thing for me, was that I had people coming to me for life advice when I was 23, 24, and I I, I didn't know what to fucking say and do. And then I would say my piece, and then poof, they're gone. What the fuck happened to them? I don't know. I mean, I don't. And like some of the people, it fucking haunted me for years. I'm like, oh my god! Like, I talked to people for multiple years sometimes, and I'm like, the fuck happened? I
mm,
don't know. That's just how life is. But at the same time, it's like, fuck. That's what that's what gets me with MLD, because yeah, it's not the best written story. I like that's not something I don't even contribute to being my skill or time. Well, I guess you could in a way. It is. It was my skill level at the time. It is written the way it's written. But to me it was real, and to me it's still to this day it's real. I mean, it still sells the point I was making, that sometimes life isn't fair. I think that's why why people grabbed onto me, asking me for these life advice. But that's where I think I hated it, was because I was being asked life advice on things I had no right to fucking suggest, comment, whatever, and I just gave my fucking double barrel fucking responses.
I think
And
I think you should be a little more kind to yourself when you say it's not the best written story, because when you think about it, Milo Dashi came out in a very early time in the fandom, kind of when fanfiction wasn't too new, but still fairly young, and the expectation of fanfiction at the time wasn't to be these overarching, well written stories. It was just to make fandom content. And that's exactly what Maladashi achieved. It was a very appropriate writing style for its time. And sure, I haven't actually read the original story. I saw the film, but based on the memory of the film, um even if it hasn't aged well, I'm able to go revisit it and go, that worked for the time it came out. And I think you should credit yourself more there. I think you should focus more on that positive than the negative that, well, is not very well written. Because like, maybe you are right, maybe you are right, but you still did something good at the time, and I think that deserves attention.
yeah, no, I that's that's a good way to put it. Yeah. I probably didn't word it well enough. As you can tell, I've had a couple drinks,
No,
but
you're good,
no,
you're good.
it's not it for its time. For its time, it was it excelled.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's still people that still say it is whatever, but it it definitely shows its age. And I won't, okay, and I said it shows my lack of skill before. It's not that it shows my lack of skill, it shows my, I guess, my how novice I was to writing at the time, because
mm.
in a way, I still say it conveys the message I wanted to convey, but at the same time, there's just parts of it that could have been obviously better. Things could have been changed. Things could have been written, done. Just it could have been a better story. But at the time, my skill set, I'm still happy that I got the message that I wanted. It's hard to see when people don't see that message that fucking things change sometimes, things happen. Everyone, like, again, the and I don't want to diss the people that have been writing and doing the sequels and prequels and all the other stuff that others have written and done, because I don't endorse them, but I do not hate on them either. But MLD was never intended to be a continuation or to be continued or to be anything. When I wrote my sequel, it was purely for a fucking joke factor, because I was like, people are taking the story too fucking serious. I need something that is just gonna blow people like, what in the F? And that's why I did the sequel I did. But I just, like, I appreciate the people that appreciate it for what it was and what it is still. Um, yeah, that,
I
you know
think
what, that train of thought fucking went.
I think you
No,
need
no, I
to do
thought it
it.
was good.
I think you need to do a threequel. I think we need a third Milo Dashi.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a fucking horrible idea for a third story.
Let's
Like, an
hear it.
absolute horrible idea.
Go
Let's
on, go on.
go. Let's go.
Oh god. Okay, so I probably will not write it. In fact, I know I won't, because I haven't even started a Google Doc for it, but I've talked about it. Um, well, here's the question: did you read my sequel?
Yes, I read the
Yes.
sequel. I read the sequel. I did not read the original story, but I read the sequel.
You,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
didn't you didn't watch the film version, Magony?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the film version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
watched
no, no, but okay, you watch. Okay, you watched the original, but did you read my sequel that I wrote?
I did both. I watched the original and I read the sequel.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a horrible fucking idea about. So the sequel I wrote, even though as much as a fucking joking factor as it was about closure. It was about Rainbow Dash bringing closure and fixing the timeline for who would she would consider her father, Brian or whatever. Fuck,
John McClane.
fandom named him Brian with an I, and I fucked with them and made it Brian with a Y, because fuck them. But I'm thinking like, man, I feel like there should be a third story. So I have plans, or I had plans. I probably will never do it. Where basically it was gonna be the fucking the guy and a friend comes over, and it's their fucking yearly mini land party they're gonna do, and they're gonna play through the Halo games, and they're gonna play fucking I forget which Halo. Oh, Halo Reach. And as they're playing it, shit's not lining up right with how they remember the game playing. And it's because Rainbow's pulled more shenanigans and decided to come to his present and fuck with the game that he's playing. And it was supposed to be some weird fucking bullshit of time and whatever, and changing how things happen. Like in Halo Reach, spoilers, Cat is the first person to get killed of the Spartan team. Rainbow Dash affects it and makes that not happen. And that's one of those things that the original character hated about the game, which is one of the things I hate about the game. So it's like, oh, okay, what the fuck's happening? But I'm like, you know what? This is too insane. This is too out of left fucking field to be a real story. So I've just not fucking done it.
Why not? You should do each one a different genre. You've done action, you've done sort of sad,
Yeah.
now do a something else, big adventure,
You
Yeah.
could
a
pull
mystery.
like you could pull like an Under the Silver Lake and just do every single genre at once.
Oh Lord. Okay, so I will say I do actually have a full outline of another story that's MLD inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Big Mac story. And it's basically the same lines as MLD of Pony appearing in human world, but it's way fucking longer planned, multiple chapters planned, and I don't really have an ending figured out for it. But it's a lot more realistic than MLD was. Like, MLD had a lot of factors in it where it was just like wow fantasy, like wow perfect timing, wow just these perfect things. No, this story was gonna be like just totally different.
I think
So
I think Tony Soprano's Milo Dashi would be a great idea. I
Tony Soprano fucking from Barcast?
no,
No,
that's
that's
Montana. That's Tony. You're thinking of Tony Montana. I'm talking about
Oh, Tony
no.
Montana. Okay.
Yeah. I started like watching the Sopranos yesterday, and that was just randomly on my
Oh,
mind. And given that you wrote Milo Dashi 2 Dash Harder, it just makes sense. If you wrote a sequel involving Tony Soprano, I think it would fit.
uh, yeah, I not watch Sopranos, so I don't know.
You only need the essence because my understanding of the Sopranos is they're all about they're all about tradition. So you just kind of need you just kind of just need the traditional Italian mobster pretty much.
Mamma mia, Papa Pia, baby got the gonorrhea.
Gabagool. You gotta have them say gabagool a lot.
is that Italian?
No, it's like a
Me.
it's like a dish is a meat dish that if you don't really need to watch Sopranos to understand this meme, but there's a meme revolving around the show where every time they say gabagool, they say it in like this, they say it with an Italian accent, and it sounds very funny the way they say it. So it's just a meme revolving around the Sopranos fandom.
Huh.
Yeah,
I was
gabagool.
nowhere the Sopranos fandom. Well, time to do that crossover fic.
There you
Yeah.
go. Do it. You'll make me happy if you do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, so is there a fic of yours you will recommend?
Of mine?
Yes.
Ooh, I've been really bad. I'm not doing great writing wise. But I will say, um, I guess the real question is, are we talking about safe for work or not safe for work?
Either.
Ooh.
Who do you think you're listening to? You're talking to the horniest guy on a streaming
Well, no,
platform.
I'm asking because like three fics that I can think of that people talk to me about still to this day, excluding Milo Dashi and excluding a couple fics that are currently quote unquote canceled until I figure out what the fuck I'm doing with them. Old stories.
Mm.
Like I would normally say the Whittler, but I changed the genre tags on it, and some people are not happy. But I mistagged it when I first started the story. I think I fucked up on that. So I'm correcting the tags and going the way I'm still going with the story, and I feel like I'm gonna lose people. But you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna tell the story. But I don't actually recommend the Whittler because it's been going since 2014. It's not complete. I like to recommend things that are complete, that I feel like are something I'm proud of. If you want a straight safe for work story, Amigo was one that took me many years to finish, but I was super proud to finish it. Like I felt really good when I finished that story. And if you want a TLDR, it is a story about a random old 90 whatever year old human appearing suddenly in Equestria and antagonizing the fuck out of Twilight. And that's all I'll give you because it's you need to read the story and to at least to me appreciate what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like when I write, I'm not trying to give you a life lesson per se or give you a overall insight. I'm just trying to show how real life is sometimes. Things are not perfect. Things just kind of fucking go the way they go. I mean, sometimes they fucking stop at a dead end. Like, that's it. Done. Okay. You're like how the Sopranos ended. But I won't fucking spoil that, even though I've seen the ending technically.
I think
But
I see the ending too. I don't think it's a pretty famous ending. Like you can say
yeah,
it if you want
yeah,
to. Just most people know what it is. So like if you
yeah.
spoil it, like I don't know who will care.
Well, yeah, but still, it's like not every story has a concrete ending or a built-up ending. Sometimes stories just have an ending. That's it. And Amigo was one of those where when I wrote it, I had a plan, I stuck to it, and then I wrote the epilogue chapter for it, and I was like, "Oh, this is good. This feels right."
Yeah.
And I was super happy to finally finish that one. Um,
I did.
it,
I did. I remember reading the first chapter. I don't know if I continued it, but I really liked the concept of just this boomer in Equestria, and like,
yeah, pretty much.
and it's just he's just doing typical old man stuff. He's not even a brony. Like he does like he's just hanging out. He's just the side character that shows up, and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite comments is by someone that goes, "I cannot believe this author managed to write this entire story and have the main human not realize he was even in a different world."
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite comments of that story because that was one of my main goals. He was supposed to be totally fucking ignorant the whole fucking time. He's half fucking blind. He's half fucking deaf. He just is. He's there. And he doesn't fucking question shit. Yeah, everyone's shorter than him. Well, he's just around a bunch of kids for some reason. Yeah, everyone's purple. He's a fucking Oompa Loompa. Who cares, you know?
Yeah.
It's just what it is. And I was so happy that a couple of people at least appreciated the fact that they were like, wow, not what were they spoiled on it. And like he misheard all the time, like every pony. Yeah, you're all phonies. You know, like it's like, no, he's not fucking getting it, but he doesn't care either. He does not give two shits.
Yeah, and I think like the most like you talk about like the message you want to deliver there. When I was looking over the chapter, I just look over the chapter titles, and I get the idea where the story is going. I'm not going to say where it's going for people who are interested in reading it, because even then, if I say where I think it's going, I'll probably be wrong. But what I like about the character is we've all known somebody like him, and it's like you said, you just want to show how life is. So by like making the character somebody we're already familiar with, it just delivers that message well, which I think which I think was a great decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then oh god. And then if you want a not safe for work story, but it's not focused on sex, it's focused on plot. It is the one story I have tried, and I'm still actively trying to get indicted into the Canterlot, what is it, the fucking Canterlot story, whatever program.
Library.
Yeah, Canterlot Library. Because they don't accept not safe for work, but the story is. It is my harebrained fucking story because I'm obsessed with YCH auctions of like when artists do YCH auctions, so they have a male female character and they're very generic, and you're supposed, people buy them, bid on whatever to make their characters in it, whoever they are. Yeah. I wrote a story about two ponies that are just that. They are the pros characters, and it's called YCH. And that's on my main account also. That story is very dear to my heart. I put a lot of time into it. I was scrutinized myself. I had the pre-readers. Admiral Biscuit was one of them. I had a couple others I forget on my head. But I did not spare. I told everyone, be as crucial as you can because I want this to be right. And that story holds a very dear spot in my heart. What's left of it. And it's like I love that story. I have a sequel planned. It's being worked on. There's a Google Doc for it. But again, last couple of years, my writing has been slacking horribly. But that's whatever. But that's one where if you don't mind the touchier subjects of sexual content, but not explicit, that's a story. It's a great story. I love it. I will always recommend it. And then lastly on my list, it's on my alt, which I'm not ashamed to say I have one. I don't give a fuck. I just like I thought about transferring all those to my main. I'm like, you know what? It's actually kind of smart to keep one just to the side, and that way people that want to see it, they can go there. My alt is the Mad Clopper, and the story is hard on, come off, and it
Sounds
is
hot.
it is
Is this one about sex?
it is very much sex.
Oh, really? Okay.
It is a R63 Celestia, so Solaris on human woman fic.
Oh,
Yes.
it's interesting.
And
You have to have
I've had
sex.
yes. So that story was me because I was being very sick of reading some stories where it was either way too detailed or way too extreme that things work. And I'm like, I was getting sick of it. I'm like, fuck, there's gotta be an in-between ground. And so I came up with that story because for some reason I had a fascination at the time with having a larger equine with a human woman. So I'm like, well, fuck it, just making fucking Celestia a stallion. Fuck it, you know, why not? You know, not saying anything about me, but I figured that's a smart idea, and it worked, and it actually worked. Figure that one out. That one I was actually really happy with because I had a few people comment on it, a couple very big names on it. I'd have to look at. I can't remember I can picture their avatars, but I can't picture their names. But they were like, "Wow, because I made the specific in the description, the comment of, I didn't want black hole logic, trying to go more realism, and they were like, wow, we were worried, but damn, you actually managed to make it realistic and not black hole fucking free logic. And I'm like, great, I did it, I succeeded.
Okay, so I want to specify because I think I understand clear what you're talking about. So when you say like you don't want to be too detailed or like extreme, you're talking about like the way sex works in fanfics, right?
Yeah, like a lot of times you get people that they just fucking make it work in a story, and it's like they can take it all the way to the womb, like fucking cervical penetration, all that shit, and it's like, no, that's not how it really works.
Okay,
so
I'll fucking say this. That is why I have a Clop account. Okay, it's no secret. I don't hide it. You know, I write non-con, and my issue with like a lot of non-cons on the sites is they make it way too fucking extreme. Like I get it. Like I get like non-con is a dark topic. There's like fuck, you can make it hot. So you don't have to write a bunch of fucked up shit.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of times with non-con, they want to make it where it's super abusive or super graphic, or no, it's it's fucked up, but it's not always that.
Yeah.
It's about will. It's about will to fight back if there is any, and submission. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
even my most extreme fic, like Always Plan Ahead. That one has like a lot of violence in it. But like what makes it work is the main character is just a piece of shit, so you don't feel bad for them. that was my workaround with that. And like the other stories, I just like I don't really focus on like the violent aspect of them. It's just because it just loses me. Like I don't like actually watching people suffer. It's just lame. But like even then, like outside of non-con, club in general, you there. Okay, so my observation with the club, most people, they write club for themselves, which is okay. Like you can do that. There are the few who write club because it gets attention. That is also fun. You can do that. Just, you know, people, when you write club, just be aware. If you post online, people are going to see it. They're going to read it. And they'll either take on the weird shit you put down, or they'll go, what the fuck did I just read?
Yeah.
So do what you want. Just be wary. You're going to have an audience for it.
Yeah. Like, okay, so, like, I'm not a huge non-con person. But a story I will always push because it's one of my favorite plot fics of all time. And the title is very deceiving. And if the author ever fucking like, I think I've fucking mentioned it in other ones, but I've never been pinged about it. The story of and it's titled "Big Mac Rapes Twilight Sparkle,"
Oh no.
but it's not what you think, and it's written in a way that's so well done that, morally speaking, it doesn't like trigger you. But if you like that non-con fetish, it still fucking keeps it fucking going, man. It's a great story. Like it is. I recommend it as if you've not like. I'm also a fucking guilty fucking horror. I love Twymac. I'm weird. I love Twymac. Celestia Mac's pretty good too, but I just like. I don't know why. I love those two characters together. And that story always fucking like, usually once a year, I'm a fucking glutton for punishment. So usually I have a rotation of every year, every couple of years where I just start rereading stories. And that's one of those I always go back to and reread it at least once a year because it's such a good story. Hot as fuck too, but it's a good story.
You're jerking off as we speak. I don't know if I should ask this question, but because we're live. But you know what? Fuck it, I'm feeling shitposty. How much can you come?
Oh, God.
Well, when you mean how much? Are you talking about fucking volume, or are you talking about how
Volume.
much time?
Volume.
Oh,
It means right now. You got to check.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fucking turn on your camera and demonstrate.
Well, no, well, you gotta remember, cum volume depends on your diet. I mean, if there's
Really?
if there's a week where I'm fucking like doing good on water intake and not drinking a lot of pop, if I'm doing fucking better eating and not doing a lot of like bready foods, I mean, obviously you cum more. But if you're doing like fucking a lot of pop, especially Mountain Dew, you're doing a lot of shitty foods. I mean, it's just sad.
Wait,
Like-
this is new to me. You can actually see how healthy you are based on your cum consistency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been fucking known forever. What the fuck are you thinking?
Let's God, Pencil knows all about this shit. We got to bring her in here to fact check him.
Yeah, no, that's legit a thing. I mean, that's like for instance, when you fucking donate, they analyze it to determine your health factor to know if you're even worth using as a donor.
Oh.
So yeah, it's there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, I don't know the specifics, but you can get to consistency, you can get to velocity, you can get to whatever. I mean, you could get into that shit. I don't know it. I just know that depending on my diet for the week, that it's good or it's not, and it's usually more not than good. But you still know, you can tell.
Rob's got a sort of intuitive sense for these things.
This started off shitposty and now it's educational. How the heck did this happen?
Well, I want to say educational because I don't actually know the science behind it. I just know that it's a fucking proven fact. So
We're still learning something. Holy shit! Like I'm actually interested in this.
yeah, like so I know, and I know this because back when I used to do a lot of LAN parties and shit, you drinking a lot of Mountain Dew, a lot of sugary pops. There wasn't much there. I mean, it just wasn't. And it's like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, you fucking go a fucking week of solid water intake, and you're eating a lot of good red meats and a lot of like just vegetables, and all of a sudden, like, god damn, it's like fucking Mount St. Helens going off. Like, oh lord. So you're like, okay, there's something to this. And yeah, depending on your diet and your liquid intake, yeah, it affects it. Everything affects your body different ways.
Why were you?
Everything you ingest.
Why were you ejaculating during LAN parties?
Well, after LAN party.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Christ, I'm not a fucking animal.
Why after though?
Because I'm pretty sure 16 guys in a fucking basement playing Halo 3 LAN party, it would not be a great thing to fucking drop it out.
I'm just saying it could be a better party.
Yeah. Hang on, guys. I'm doing an experiment. I want to see how much my water intake
Yeah,
affects.
yeah.
Don't mind if I.
He's probably thinking of other girls. Him.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, anybody want to see who can come the most?
First person hit their screen wins.
Just comes out like bullets.
God.
Like fucking what's his name? The fuck that one movie, Hitchcock. Fucking through the trailer roof like pew pew pew.
I remember Hitchcock. The fuck, that's an old movie. Holy shit.
That's not an old movie at all.
Hitchcock. That's the one with the Will Smith, right?
Yeah, it's not old
that's-
at all.
That was made in the 2000s. That's old.
Jesus fucking Christ! I still watch black and white movies.
Yeah, those aren't
It's
old.
not old. Yeah, those are old. Those are old. Watching John Wayne fucking.
Anything that was made in the 2000s is considered old. Here, let me demonstrate
It's
for
not
you.
old.
Let me demonstrate this for you. Okay, a video.
That's like someone trying to tell me
okay.
that Backstreet Boys are old. They're not
Yeah.
old.
Let me explain. Okay, I watched a video. Okay, it was a YouTube skit. Okay, it explains that the time period that Grand Theft Auto 3 takes place in is closer than the time period that it has since been released. So we are further away from the release date of Grand Theft Auto 3, and it is closer to its timeline, which is the 80s.
Why would you say something like that?
Yes, because I wanted to prove you wrong. It is old.
No, you
How old
don't
is
get
it?
to
Like
do
2000?
that.
How old?
You don't get to
like
do that. I grew up on Vice City, okay? Vice City was my fucking jam. I still have the 3 MP files on my fucking 512 megabyte MP3 player. They have the 3 radio stations I love the most. Vice City Public Radio with Marie.
You cut out. I can't hear you.
Flash FM and Wave 101.3.
This is
That's retro, man.
Yeah.
What was it on the NES or something?
No, fucking Christ, it's PS2. God, I'm surrounded by.
Oh my god, I looked up the. Yeah, it was 2008. I was 9 in 2008.
No.
16 years ago.
I'm 20. I am 25.
Oh Lord, save me.
I value giving people existential crisis.
Well, at least you know my own coworker. He's fucking Asian and he's like 22. So
I actually speaking of existential crisis. Okay, maybe this will lead into a conversation. I got high yesterday before I went to bed, and I actually started to think about existential shit. I started to think about like why I couldn't get absorbed into video games, like I used to, and I just grew this realization. That's because I had nothing in life to worry about. I didn't have bills. I didn't have to pay rent. I didn't have to go to work. I could just do whatever the fuck I want and just play video games, and that was like a second life to me. It just now I'm an adult. I pay taxes. It sucks.
yeah, that's legit why the only video games I enjoy anymore are the ones I play with people. Because if I try to play single player games anymore, like growing up, I loved single player games when I was a kid. I loved them because I love the stories. And now I can't fucking do it. If I'm gonna play video games, I gotta be playing with people. Like right now, the kick is Helldivers 2 because oh my god, everyone's playing it, and I got a lot of friends playing it. But if I'm home and no one else is playing Helldivers 2, I can't play it. I can't play any other video game because I'm like, I get locked up. I'm like, I'm not having fun because I'm not with people. So I do other stuff.
I can. Yeah, okay, so I can still play video games. I can still go and watch movies, and I can enjoy them. I can't enjoy these things to the degree I did as a child, and I think like part of growing as a person is learning to put like the things you used to identify with better in the past and accepting your current perspective. And now, like, I just grow this understanding. Okay, if I want to play like a single player video game, I just want to have the experience of having played it. And since like I've grown that knowledge, it has been better for me. Like
Yeah.
I played Resident Evil 4 earlier in the year. That was a fun experience. I'm thinking of getting the new Stellar Blade. That looks like a fun game. I played the demo. The gameplay was
Hmm.
actually great. Um, and I'm just willing to accept, like, I'll either this game will either be passive for me or I'll be into it. And
Yeah.
I went to go watch Deadpool 3 in theaters, the new Deadpool. I don't like Deadpool. I just think his movies are entertaining. I think he's overrated as a character, but I was just fully expecting, even if I don't like the character, I can at least expect to be entertained by the movie, and I was. I was. I just accept where my perspective is now, and that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the last first single player game that really got me was Alan Wake 2,
Yes.
because I was huge. Like Alan Wake is my all-time favorite video game. Like Half-Life, the original Half-Life was for a long time, and then Alan Wake, like fucking, I love the original Alan Wake. And then when Alan Wake 2 finally happened, like that's been the first game I've bought at full price, brand new price since fucking Halo 4 came out. Like Halo 4 came out in what, 2011, 12? No, wait.
I haven't played any of the Halo games, so I couldn't comment.
Okay, well, anyway, like Halo 4 was fucking horrible, but I bought it
2012, yeah.
anyway. Yeah, I bought it anyway and regretted it. But that was the last game I bought new until Alan Wake 2. And I was like, I was so fucking geared for that.
It's so
And,
fucking
like,
good.
oh my, I still need to finish my second playthrough of it because they changed fucking shit in it.
Yeah,
But
I know they changed the ending. I haven't gotten to that
yeah,
part yet.
yeah, I haven't done either. And then the other single player game, well, technically there's a multiplayer version, but I consider single player game is SnowRunner, which is the sequel to the original Mud Runner, which I loved that game back in the day when it first came out on PC. And then I got SnowRunner on PS4, and I've gotten like through quite a long bit of it. And now PS4 support is dropping come next year, I believe. And a friend gifted me SnowRunner on PC, and I'm like, fuck, what do I do? And that's my only problem is, like, I want to play it as a single player game, but what do I play it on? Do I play on PC and have to start from fucking scratch again, or do I hop on my PS4 and keep going to the point that once PS4 is done, I lose it all anyway? So I'm kind of like that's my big issue with a lot of games anymore, is that I'm so freaked out about just losing the progress, losing the what's going on.
Yeah, fuck. Sorry, I was pulling up YouTube. I'm listening to you. Okay, how do you feel about the Herald of Darkness scene?
The Herald Darkness scene was fucking intense.
Oh,
Like
fuck
at first
yeah.
I was like, okay, this is kind of, but then once I caught on to what was going on, I'm like, oh fuck, this is awesome.
It is such a great way to recap the first game for people who aren't familiar with it, for people who just happen to be playing the second game first for some reason, and just bringing in this new modern style. It is so fucking good.
Like the fucking concert scene in the first one with Children of the Elder God. That is one of my all-time favorite fucking video game scenes, especially fight scenes. It is one of the best fucking things.
It's
like to this day, I keep saying I'm going to finish the costume. I'm going to cosplay as Barry Wheeler because I could sell it.
I believe it. If you have any photos of that, I would like to see that.
I still haven't even done it. I finally got the red sweater vest. I finally got one. And I got cargo shorts. I just need to get the right fucking shirt. And I have a set of battery powered Christmas lights, and I have old school fucking head lantern. I'm close. I'm so close. and I can't wait to cosplay it and just see what people
You
fucking say if anyone says anything at all.
you gotta send me photos when it's ready. And better yet, when you continue Alan Wake 2, let me know because I would love to watch you play it. It's just that when that game came out, I was completely obsessed with it.
Oh my god, I fucking that was the first time in many years that I actually was like came home right away computer, played 2 hours,
Yeah.
stopped, go to sleep, go to work, come home, right away computer. Like I hadn't done that since I was a fucking teenager, like
Yeah.
even early 20s. Like it was, but it's fuck Alan Wake, man. God damn it.
Yeah, one of the things I love about that game is it's meta without like being obnoxious about it. Like it's very self-aware of what it is. It to the point that there's actually a line in the final level. Yeah, you know the final scene when Alan Wake is uh how can I describe without spoiling it? He's he's in the what was it called again? The dark half, the other dimension.
If we're I think so. I'm
Well,
honestly drawing a blank. So
he's in a fake version of the town, and
right.
he's going through the deer parade, and they're praising his book. And one of the lines from the extras in the scene is, "I barely understood any of it, but I loved all of it."
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just love little stuff like that. Also the humor. One of the characters is clearly a young person doing an impression of an old guy, and is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Huh. I don't think I remember that one.
It's most notable there right before. Fuck, I know the name of the song. Dark Ocean Awakening. I believe that's the name. Dark Ocean Summoning. Sorry, when they're trying to summon.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. When they're trying to get Mr. Or yeah, yeah.
yeah. It is very noticeable in that scene when you're on your way to the lake.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That was another fucking awesome part, dude. That was another fucking awesome part.
Oh yeah.
God, like that whole fucking game, really. Like it. Yeah, I was so happy that they were able to take the time they needed to make that a good sequel. Even with the ending that it was, it's still oh man, God.
I yeah. By the way, I'm streaming the Game Wars. They performed Herald of Darkness at Game Wars. I just wanted to show that on stream. But
Oh yeah, they actually performed it live. I forgot about that.
yeah, which is cool
Oh,
because
yeah.
like people were everybody, absolutely everybody who played the game was asking for it, and they actually did it. So it was super cool. And uh I'm kind of the same way on the ending. Like I won't spoil the ending for people watching, but I will say it leads into the possibility for a third game. So it's kind of a cliffhanger, which is a disappointment because the game went Alan Wake 2 went through development hell for 10 years.
Well,
I would say about,
and you know technically they did end the game
technically
when they
yes.
Alan Wake American Nightmare. That was because they did not know because they were on the brink of losing everything. Remedy.
Yeah.
So they did American Nightmare as a DLC only game on Xbox back in 360 back in the day. And they wanted to finish they wanted to give the story an ending. They wanted to give it an ending. They didn't care what, how, who. They just said, fuck it, we're giving Alan Wake an ending. And if anything ever happened, they keep going and great. They can always fill in the gaps between. But that's what American Nightmare is. American Nightmare was the ending of the Alan Wake series.
Yeah.
So if you ever played it, if you didn't, oh man, it's good in its own ways. It is good. It's really good.
I did play. A lot of people criticize it. I think something that important
Oh yeah.
to understand is it's not trying to be like the original game. In fact, I think it improves on the original game in its own way by fixing the gameplay because that's like a major complaint people have, like especially me.
Yeah, they added the different tiers of each weapon skill or of each of the weapons and whatnot. I mean, they put it this way: the first Alan Wake would have been a totally different game had they had the mechanics for American Nightmare. I mean, it just how shit would have worked. Even though it's the same, they changed a lot of the weapon categories, a lot of the weapon stats, and just the amount of weapons you could have and choose. I mean, the first one would have been a way different game, which is also what helped make the second one even better, I think.
Definitely, definitely. Oh, they kind of took away like they took away the arcade shooter style for Alan Wake 2, but it still works. Like those two games work for what they're going for because Alan Wake 2, I mean, American Nightmare was meant to be more action based, while Alan Wake 2
Yep.
is more of a survival horror. So
Yep.
yeah, I admire that they still acknowledge American Nightmare as canon, even if it's not directly acknowledged.
Yeah, I mean, unless one of them people say differently. Last I remember, which was many years ago, they said that the American Nightmare was the ending. Like that was the end of the series. That way, if they couldn't ever do sequels or whatever to the game, at least the game got an ending, which
Yes.
was to me very commendable to the company in general. Like that, like damn, they're on the brink of fucking being pulled apart by this and that and the other, and they're trying to just fucking throw a game together just to give it closure if they never got to continue it. I mean, that's like,
Yeah.
damn, that's awesome to
I,
me.
I encourage you to go down the development rabbit hole because I remember after I played the original game, I think this is like back in like 2014, 2013 that I did this. Um, I actually stumbled on YouTube across a some old beta footage of what they had planned for the second game, and it was just like this interview style, and I guess it was a teaser is what it was. This guy was being interviewed about Alan Wake, how he went missing, and how he's been killing people when he came back, and
Oh
yeah,
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 because yeah,
yeah. Mr. Scratch just shows up and licks the knife.
yeah,
I was like,
it's Mr. Scratch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is, and and it's just crazy to see how that concept got developed because
Which
uh,
which
it's
is interesting how they integrated that into the second game.
yeah, okay, so one thing I was disappointed by, like, with the second game, when they were advertising Mr. American Nightmare, they made Mr. Scratch a very entertaining character to the point that like they had like a teaser footage for the game where it was Mr. Scratch explaining what the game is, and he was at Remedy headquarters, and he was holding Sam Lake at gunpoint to make the game, and he was killing like all the office workers, and like the final shot of the teaser is just him like stealing the office candy when he thinks nobody is looking, just shoving it in his pockets.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it was
I just remember in Alan Wake 2, but using Mr. Scratch as in like the because they're doing the Night Tracy or uh fuck's it- well anyway they're using the examples when you're going through doing the different cases. Um they it's Mr. Scratch is the villain, not Alan Wake, and you know, whatever shit. Yeah, it's
yeah.
I
There's
feel like this is
also
turning Alan Wake the podcast here.
no, 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 just like whenever we did, I discovered like the opportunity for a tangent, I'd like to explore it. There is like one more thing. If you play Remedy's other games, you know how like they do that thing where they when there's a TV going on, it's live action.
Yeah.
Uh, it wasn't for Control. Control had like an Alan Wake DLC. It was
Yep.
for Quantum Break. Okay, so at the beginning of Quantum Break, you're going into this college, and you go into if you go into this tent, there's this TV playing a trailer for the movie, and it's really interesting because it was like I believe that game came out in like 2016, and it was a teaser for Alan Wake 2. It did not say it was Alan Wake, but it clearly was. And the trail. Okay, so there are two notable things. Saga Anderson was a completely different character. She wasn't black. She was white. Alan Wake's the character Alan Wake created. I don't remember his name, but he was modeled after Sam Lake. I know that. He makes an appearance, and at the end of the trailer, the title "Return" shows up. just seeing that was very interesting because you can see what concepts they kept in for the second game and what concepts they got rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll just show this thing from the Game Awards, and we can move on from the discussion because we've been talking about Alan Wake 2 for a while. But let's see here. All right. Alex, are you watching the stream?
I am.
Okay. Okay.
I haven't played Alan Wake 2, so I haven't seen this.
Okay, so for the people watching the stream, this is Herald of Darkness from Alan Wake 2. They performed it at the Game Awards. This version is only 4 minutes long, but I encourage you to look up the actual level from Alan Wake 2 because it goes on for much longer and it's awesome the entire way.
We have a special surprise for you, live and exclusively here at the Game Awards.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, Warlindor, and I present to you the Old Gods of Asgard featuring the best-selling writer Alan Wake. This is Herald of Darkness.
I still love they get Poets of the Fall to actually fucking do this shit.
It's fucking insane. My understanding is Sam Lake actually has a fight to keep the song in the game.
Yeah, because technically, like, that's why Steam dropped Alan Wake, was because they technically lost the rights to the music and they couldn't keep the game copyrighted.
Oh shit.
And they fought. And that's where, with Alan Wake 2, they finally got everything straightened up.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, technically, they couldn't have used the songs, like, you know, the Elder God or Poet in the Muse. They couldn't.
You cut off when you said couldn't
have used them in the game, but supposedly they got that all straightened up.
Yeah. Something notable here. I kind of didn't notice this until I watched this, but in the game, Alan Wake is actually played by two people. He is played by a physical actor, and his voice is dubbed by a separate actor.
Yes. Yeah, Alan Wake's VA is different than his actual physical person.
Yes. Sam Blake's supposed to come in here in a second.
Keanu Reeves.
In fact, if I remember correctly, Alan Wake's VA is what's his name? Fucking Payne.
Max Payne. Yes, Remedy also developed Max Payne. This is kind of like goes into like the fucky shit. Alan Wake 2 explores. Sam Lake plays the character Alan Wake created, but Sam Lake is also modeled to look like Max Payne because they're advertising Max Payne 3. Alex Casey, that was the name of the character I'm thinking of. There he is! There's my boy!
And there he is. That guy in the middle, that's the actual VA for Alan Wake.
Sam Lake? No, the VA is a separate... No, the VA is a separate guy. The VA is the guy standing on the side of the stage. No, he was the guy standing right here behind the guy in the black suits. Because if you paid attention to the song, you can actually see him singing the lines. Sam Lake is the director of the game, and
one detective.
Yeah, he
which
is
is
the
in the middle right now.
yes, he is the Detective Alex Casey, who is modeled to look like Max Payne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's some fucking goofy thing like that. I just couldn't remember all of it.
Yeah, it's to be fair to you, the game is really complicated.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, their whole fucking meta fucking series, if you get into it. Um. Anyway, God, what the fuck are we doing?
I mean, we're doing it right. We're doing it right. So we found a tangent to explore and we explored it.
I do feel, having listened to all that, I still know more about what Alan Wake 2 is actually about.
That's how
No,
that
dude, the
works.
game's fucking. Oh my God.
What
uh,
is it? It's about a band who do musical numbers.
it's about okay. I'll explain to you, and then we can move on to
Alan Wake is about Alan Wake is about the idea that creation of an art form, whether it be music, art, or writing, can be manifested into a physical form and change reality. So that's why writing is a big deal. That's why art is a big deal, and why music is a big deal in the series.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about ideas coming to life. Like the plot line in the first game, Alan Wake is a writer. He's kind of haunted. He has writer's block. He is haunted by his own creations, as in very literally. They're somehow coming to life and they're hunting for him. And
Yeah.
he has to find a way to stop it. And Alan Wake 2 is the result of everything that happened in the first game, where he found a way to kind of stop it, mainly just halt it, and now he's trying to make a return. So, yeah,
Wow.
that is the best way that those games can be explained. They are games so confusing in premise that you have to experience them for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I will do then.
Yeah. Any other games you really like, Rob?
Oh, me. Oh, God, again, I grew up with the Halos, so mostly Halo 2 and 3 were the big games for me. Halo 1 is a classic too, but it was mostly growing up in my friend's basement playing Halo 2 LAN parties, and then Halo 3, Counter-Strike Source, doing PC LAN parties.
Oh yeah, we heard about those LAN parties.
If you want to fucking get into it, Dota, the original Dota, which was on a Warcraft 3 game. That's fucking before Dota was its own game. So Warcraft 3 had ways to make own custom games, and Dota was the one. And that was one of those games we always played at LAN parties between Counter-Strike Source, Serious Sam, and then Dota, the original Dota. And if anyone actually remembers the shit, I was always Bone Clinks, so I'm not sorry for my fucking ramped up shots per second. Fuck you.
Were there any consoles you grew up with?
Wait, say that again?
What are the consoles you grew up with, if you grew up with any?
Oh, well, very, very young was my Sega Genesis 2, but really my PlayStation 1 was a big one. I had an old fucking TV that was out of a conversion van that I played in the corner of our living room when I was growing up. And I didn't own a memory card yet, so I had to just keep my games paused and then restart and continue them until I beat the game. And then when I went to play a new game, I lost all my data. So all my Spyro games, all the Italian Job, all that, it would just, when I was done, turn it off and pull the disc out, and guess what? Everything I did was gone.
Oh,
Until I eventually got a memory card.
I was kind of the same way. Like, I had a PS2. Like, I had a memory card, but I just got into this habit of leaving the console on, so that, like, I guess it's because, like, some of the discs I had were scratched up. and
Yeah.
and like booting up with the difficulties. So like
Mhm.
I think doing this kind of fucked up my PlayStation because I would leave it on the entire week so that
Yeah.
when it was finally like the weekend, I could get on it and just keep playing.
See, my PS1 and my PS2 both took it like champs. The only one I ever had issues with was when I decided to torture test my GameCube. Um, I booted up Smash Brothers and set it to bots only, and I just let it go for a month. And my friends come over every weekend. So every weekend we would turn the TV on and see what was going on in the game. And every time things were just degrading. Because we set it to unlimited lives and just never ending. The only way to end it was to end the game, and just watching fucking. And this is Super Smash Brothers Melee, so just watching like certain things quit. Like I figure it because it was I think Yoshi, Kirby, Pikachu, and Captain Falcon. No wait, yeah, I said Yoshi, Pikachu, Kirby, and Captain Falcon. Yeah, those four. Yeah. So they're going at it, and at some point, Captain Falcon quit doing anything. He just stood there. There used to be music for the hammer, the goofy whatever music for the hammer. The music would just go burn, no music. The party balls would only drop one item instead of multiples, and it was always hammers, so it would just constant burn. Um, it just the game derailed to the point that finally one day turned on the TV and the game was frozen.
Oh shit!
Wow, you
Yeah.
killed it.
Did
Yep.
your GameCube still work?
Oh yeah, I still have the fucking Game Boy Advance adapter on the bottom of it. Every once in a while I get bored, I play the original Fire Emblem.
Oh, does Smash Bros work though?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
back in the I listen to me back in the day, but pre-Covoid era, Trocon, my GameCube was part of their fucking repertoire. So whenever you went to Trocon and they had their game room, I had like a dozen TVs there, a bunch of game consoles, some of my games were there because, they just everything they could get. So, that shit was all there.
I'm curious. Well, first I should ask, did you have a PS2?
Yeah.
Did you play Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
No.
Ah, fuck. That.
Yeah, I'm lame like that. I pretty much when I got to my PS2, it was pretty much Grand Theft Auto Vice City and Kingdom Hearts, unfortunately.
I mean, I played Kingdom Hearts. So Kingdom Hearts was a really fun game to play as a kid. As an adult, it's a different experience as an adult because you're able to recognize that the story isn't that great, but it's still worth it because it has some great gameplay, music, and level design.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're able to see like why you were so into it as a child. Okay, so I have played it, but I remember saying for years I would play Kingdom Hearts 2 eventually, and I finally got around to doing it for emulator, but as soon as I tried to get to the first world, it just crashes every single time. So I have not had the chance to actually play Kingdom Hearts 2 into completion, which is a shame because I'm actually enjoying it more than the first game.
All right. Well, I got something to try. If you have not seen this, I'm gonna share this because this needs to be shared more around the world.
Okay.
Oh, what's this?
But okay, I see what I see what the title is. I just want to say this real quick. Donald Duck canonically has PTSD because he was actually according to Disney canon, he is a veteran and he is actually recognized by the United States military as a veteran and was given a medal for it.
Yep, because that was during fucking
during wartime, like
just after World War II, I believe.
yeah,
What's the
because
number?
Looney Tunes and original Disney cartoons were originally created for the propaganda.
Yep. But no, this song version of it is so fucking good. Especially when you think about the nostalgia of playing the first game and then getting to that point when the song plays and you want to cry. And then you hear this and you want to cry, but you can't stop laughing.
I just
Oh,
realized,
God, it's so...
I just realized I was still streaming the screen. Oh well.
Yeah, just Donald Duck going... Yeah, it's hard for my microphone to pick it up, but I can sometimes do Donald Duck. Like, I can't make it understandable. Like, but yeah, but it's Donald Duck, and it's, whatever.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I mean, the song is on like okay, so like even as an adult, that the song actually still kind of makes me want to cry. I guess
Yeah, it's funny because my friend's oldest brother, I can play the song and make him cry, and then I showed him this version with Donald Duck, and he was so mad at me, absolutely so mad at me, and I was just laughing.
It's fucking great. We won't do the entire song.
Yeah. No, you gotta experience it for yourself.
Gotta experience for yourself.
So okay. What the fuck? What are we on now? We have derailed so many fucking times. Jesus Christ.
That's
fiction.
That's a point of a podcast. A podcast is the conversation. A conversation.
Oh yeah.
Is derailed.
Oh yeah. I fucking like, people put pennies on the rail to get a flat penny. No, fuck that. I'm putting a fucking IED on that rail. I want to derail the motherfucker.
I want to get railed.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
I love that silence. I'm keeping that in the podcast. I love that silence. I
didn't know what the fuck to say. I'm just like, okay, good for you.
I said that knowing it wouldn't be funny, and just based on your reactions, it made it even funnier to me.
Yeah. No,
He's always going on about it, Rob. He won't stop.
Oh, getting railed.
Oh yeah, he's always talking about it.
He's getting railed by Donald Duck.
Oh yeah. I can't do. I was gonna do like Donald Duck, fucking me in the ass voice, but I can't do it.
You haven't been practicing that one.
Well, I'll do it again.
Yuck! Wake me up! I'm dead inside. I can't do the goofy voice either.
Yeah.
That was like Count Dracula.
It used to be back in the day. You get me really shit faced, I could do a perfect Eric Cartman, and people are like, "What the fuck?" I can't do it sober. But you get me fucking shit-faced enough, I'll do Eric Cartman. And it's like, what?
I used to be able to do a perfect Hank Hill. Let's see if I can still do it. God dang it, Bobby! Yeah. Yeah. I used
can
to
hear it.
You can kind of hear it?
Yeah, kind of.
God damn it!
No, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby!
God damn it, Bobby.
That boy ain't right. That boy ain't right. That boy
ain't right.
That boy ain't right. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's setting up a whole sort of scene now.
No one's put a gun in my head yet to telling us to shut up, so we gotta be doing something right.
I mean, I guess Alex just doesn't own any weapons.
Yeah.
Well, he's British. Of course he fucking doesn't.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, I'm enjoying it.
Alex, so what's your method for home defense?
Lock the doors.
Yeah.
That's it. What if somebody breaks in?
Well, that would be illegal.
As your response, are you just gonna tell
illegal? Just fucking breaks in. This is illegal.
You're just gonna tell the burglar what you're doing is illegal, and you'll just make them feel bad.
Yeah, I'll challenge
Guilt
them.
him, guilt him into surrendering.
Knowing you, you'd probably make like some hot cocoa for them or some shit.
Well, no, he guilts him into surrendering, makes hot cocoa while they wait for the police to show up.
Yeah.
You-
That's it.
I'm just picturing the scenario in my
Uh,
head.
Alex, we're joking, dude.
We're not.
Like,
I'm
I
not.
get it. No, I'm just saying, like,
He's not mugging. He is gonna break into my house.
like I'm an American motherfucker, so I am all the wrong things, but I appreciate people that can actually like feel comfortable just knowing that they can just lock their doors and feel safe. Like, good on you, golf clap, awesome. Meanwhile, I've got about a gun in every corner of my fucking house, just ready to fucking go.
Yeah, that's actually going to ask about that. Don't you own guns? What kind do you own?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes and yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
How often do you take them out for target practice?
Oh, all the fucking time. Usually, whenever I pick up an appliance out of the garbage, like a washer or dryer, fuck it, throw them out there in the yard, shoot the fuck out of them. It's always a good time.
No, you're not afraid of the ricochet?
No, the fuck's the ricochet gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know guns. I just figure if you shoot a washer, I'd be afraid to shoot a washer.
Oh Lord. All right. Well, I guess while we're talking, I should start showing you some of my fucking shenanigans.
All right, let's see.
Yeah.
This we'll just stay silent this entire time. The two.
No. We got to keep talking.
No.
So I'm okay. So I am a dirty American. I am very pro gun. I think that places that don't accept knowledge guns are stupid. I think places that post a no guns allowed are what's called a target. So I either ignore it or I don't go in them. That being said, I also respect that you have to have a level of tolerance and a level of clarity with guns. Ignore every time someone says, yeah, but Rob, we were at your house and you were drunk and you pulled it out and started shooting the ground. Ignore those.
Well,
I just like the smell of
Right.
gunpowder.
Okay.
whatever it takes to get you high, man.
Yep. Sorry, my phone's being very temperamental.
All right. It's exciting.
Camera, there we go.
Good to see your Arsenal.
I want to see my arsenal. I mean, you can see my ass all you want, but
I mean, money shot.
I was trying to see if I can find some of the good old vids, like some of the good old days, like there's that one that was a year ago, washer and a dryer.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it looks like Swiss cheese. Jesus.
Yeah, well, the one got blowed up by Tannerite, to be specific, 2 pounds, and the top half of the dryer was in the trees.
Is your yard just full of bullet casings?
No, I pick them up. Brass is brass, and it's reloadable. If it's steel, then I just throw it in the scrap pile. As long as the scrap guy knows that it's spent already, he gets mad if it's not spent.
Here's my concern. They're small. If I were to visit you, there's a chance I could start a collection, by just randomly finding bullet casings on the ground.
Oh, probably. I mean, it's not very often because, again, like I said, I pick a lot of that stuff up. I don't waste not, want not. But yeah, I mean, there's spots you can find shit still. Let's see here.
Jesus, I'm just looking at the damage on this.
Oh, there's a classic video right there. One of my favorites. Nothing exciting, but still one of my, what I call my sex guns. Like, shooting it is like fucking sex.
Oh,
Fucking Springfield M1A.
Oh, I thought you were gonna post a link. That's gonna show on stream.
Are you still complaining?
Oh, I mean, you can click it and pull it up.
I mean, that's what I'm doing.
What are you shooting there?
That is a Springfield M1A, the shorter barrel. So it's like I think a 16-inch barrel, but
Yeah.
it's still a fucking post Korean era gun. Basically,
Yeah.
it's the M1 Garand, but instead of being a 30-06, it's a 308. And instead of being an 8-round inserter clip, it's a removable magazine.
You have
Yeah.
If you're a gun person, you got what I said. If you're not, look it up. Figure it the fuck out.
good stance.
Oh fuck, I don't have a stance. I just fucking shoot.
I mean, it was pretty effective. I'm just saying. I think they should deploy you to Ukraine. By yourself, I think you would fucking own Russia.
Yeah.
What are you shooting at in the video? What is that?
Either a washer or dry. I forget which one I was shooting at the time.
Did you hit it? Because I don't think we can tell in the video.
You get
Oh, yeah.
something.
I hit it all right. Trying
Yeah,
to find there was one when I got my. There was one here.
Yeah, you hit something
Again,
there.
I gotta start like fucking actually getting rid of some of these fucking videos on my phone. I got too much shit. No, where the fuck is it? One of my favorite ones is me with a cigar in my mouth. Oh, here it is. There we go. That's a fun one. Eventually I'll load. But yeah, yeah. And you know what? People want to curse me, yell at me, whatever, of being a gun person. I'm a gun person. I'm a firm believer that there are rules, there are ways to be safe and whatever. And I acknowledge them. I believe in them. They should be, people should be smart about it. I mean, I'm old enough to still remember having the NRA come in my 5th grade classroom with Eddie the Eagle and learning stop, don't touch, leave the area, tell an adult. Granted, my father was like, fuck that. If a gun's out, it's loaded, you fucking use it.
Just you with the cigar in your mouth. Even the beer in the background is so American.
I know, and that's old too. That's like that's over a year old.
Did you
Is this the one?
did you get Dare at your school?
Dare was happening right as I was in high school, and none of us cared about it.
Yeah.
Um.
I got it in.
Oh,
I got it in.
and here's this last 4th of July. This one it's loading is this 4th of July, because I bought a shit ton of tannerite, so we were blowing up appliances, but I decided to try to dual wield, and it that's hard, man. Video games make shit out to be so fucking easy, and it's fucking not.
It is not. Yeah, I got Dare in elementary school, and I had no idea what they were talking about.
Yeah, Dare was. I don't remember Dare in middle school, but I remember Dare in high school, and we just made fun of it. That's all I remember about it.
I was just too young to know what drugs were. And now I do edibles. Okay, so like this reminds me. Okay, there's one thing that movies often get wrong. Okay, so silencers don't actually completely muffle the sound.
Silencers don't what?
Silencers still make noise whenever you fire a
Well,
gun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, movies get that wrong. They make it sound like a or boom, something like that.
So the thing about silencers is silencers are silent away from you. So that is the main thing why a lot of people are trying to keep pushing, which, right, wrong, or different, pushing the legalization of silencers. Like in state of Michigan, you can legally have a silencer. You have to file for a permit, but you can do it. The reason why people like the silencers is because they can go out in their yard and shoot it, and technically, you still have the sound at you, the shooter, but the sound going out is deafened, like, significantly. And especially when you start talking about the 223 5.56, you know, basically 22 calibers and lower. I mean, it's like, holy fuck, it's so quiet when you're out. Not when you're at the gun, not when you're holding it, not when you're there. You still hear shit. I mean, it's still there. It's not super loud, but it's deafened. But the point of the silencer is not about you being quiet, or not being quiet where you, the shooter, are at. The silencer is to be quiet for everyone else around you. So, say you're a fucking sniper in a nest and you shoot with a silencer. You don't care about how loud it is around you. You care about the sound travel around you, so they can pinpoint you, find where you're at. They don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck how it sounds around you. That's why a lot of it is backblasted. So you as the shooter still hear it, still feel some of it, whatever. I know there's different silencers. I'm not a silencer person. To me, that's not fun. If I'm gonna shoot, I want to fucking shoot and make noise.
So it's all about focusing the wavelength, basically.
Yeah, it's about keeping that shit fucking concentrated, and if you're trying to disrupt people from around hearing, noticing, seeing, whatever. But no matter what, it still makes sound. It still makes noise.
Okay. Alex, I believe you wrote some questions for Rob. We're finally getting to them.
Oh Lord.
Oh, yeah. They're not about Alan Wake though. They're about
Oh, well, never mind then.
Sorry.
Well, okay, podcast over. See you guys.
About fan
Later.
fiction or something.
Wait, what? We're that kind of podcast? What?
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
right. Fuck, I forgot. We're here for another thing.
You ever done any of that, Rob? Written any pony fan fiction?
Yeah, have you?
Yeah, I've written a few.
Oh,
Really?
like what?
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure literally earlier we talked about, and in fact linked some of them.
I don't remember.
No.
Well, that's your fucking fault. Your Alzheimer's fucking kicking in. I got a few years before mine does, so.
Oh. What kind of fan fiction have you written?
Pretty much mostly My Little Pony related.
Oh, do you?
Are you doing the bit now? Am I gonna? You're
You,
pretending.
do you seriously like that shit? That gay shit?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ! Who did we bring on? Okay.
I mean, it's only gay if you're receiving it. If you're giving it, it's one thing, but when you're receiving it, it's another.
That's what I've been told, and that's what I've experienced.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you hear?
So I'm giving it out, so it's not totally gay. If I was taking it, then it's gay.
Yes. What are your questions, Alex?
Okay. You have written quite a few sort of pony on Earth fics. And I was just going to ask, sort of, what's the interest in that sort of genre? Where did that come from?
Oh, Pony on Earth.
Yeah.
Really, it's honest to God, it's because of Admiral Biscuit, another author on the site.
Yeah.
I know him personally. He comes to my house, you know, a few times a year, hang out, grill at my pole barn, and he helps me work on my vehicles, shit like that. Awesome dude. And he just knows how to write that slice of life story. And it's hugely inspiring. Like goddamn, I love the ideas, and I try to take my own intake of the ideas, because everyone has different viewpoints. So he's a car mechanic, he has his own ways to view things, but I'm an airplane mechanic, and I have my totally different way I see some things. So we'll sometimes getting back and forth about it, and it's like at the end of it, we both agree on well, how would a fucking pony react? And so we come up with these ideas of what ponies would do. And Admiral has this fucking uncanny way of just fucking dumbing thing. I don't want to say, I shouldn't say dumb it down. It's not dumbing it down, but it's making it in a way that is so relatable and so understandable that everyone gets it. And I try to do it too. And I'm not as good as him at all. But I still try because I have my own viewpoints of how I think ponies react to some things on Earth. And that's like I got several stories that I have not posted yet that are ponies on Earth stories because of him and because of the idea. So yeah, I've only written a few. Like, actually, have I even I think most of mine are human question, aren't they?
You've written a couple of Pony on Earth. Let's have a look. What ones was I thinking of? You did Celestia Sideswipes in 2001.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
Your most famous story. Oh my god,
Oh, yeah.
is that ROBCakeran53, the author of Celestia Sideswipes, what the car was called?
2006 Dodge Caravan Sport. Yeah. Yeah, that story specifically was inspired because me and Wanderer D were waiting for him at the bar by my house, and he showed up late because he hit a deer.
Oh.
And so I made the joke that he hit a pony. So needless to say, that became a fucking thing where I wrote a story about it. And then I wrote a sequel to that about, I don't even remember what inspired it exactly, but I was just like, me and him were talking, and he's like, it'd be funny if Celestia and Luna had their own vans to play with. And it's like, oh yeah, okay. And then I was like, oh well, fuck. And then They Kissed was written.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, yeah, it's a fun idea. It really is. And you know what? Now that you say that, I also did Delivery, which is another story that I'm working on a sequel to.
Yes.
And Delivery was written mostly because of my growing up doing newspapers for most of my life. I shouldn't say most because I'm over 30 now, but I had done newspaper delivery from when I was a little kid until my early 20s. So a big majority of my life was around newspapers. And I just felt like writing something about it.
You know, I'm thinking you kind of give me the idea for this. You and I, we gotta do a stream one of these days where we get drunk and write a shit post.
Oh, I've done that a couple times. I did that with Super Trampoline once.
Oh, how'd that go?
There's a story on Finbic about it.
Okay, I'm trying to get information out of you. What's the story called?
I'm looking right now. No, wait, actually, where the fuck is it? Hang on. No, wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, hang on. I gotta find. I thought it was fucking. I thought it was right here, but apparently it's not showing up.
I am serious though. If you're ever down for that, let me know.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm always down for that kind of shit. I love doing that stuff.
Nice. Yeah, with since we're switching to a bi-weekly schedule, I plan on.
There it is.
Oh, nice.
If my desktop would actually fucking. What the fuck is going on?
By the way, there's that picture I took of you at BronyCon. I posted it in chat.
Oh lord. I was doing the good old mutton chops.
They look good on you, man.
Yeah, they do.
I know. I actually recently finally just shaved other than my mustache because I will not shave my mustache.
Yeah, like I was saying, mainly saying this for the stream. I plan on doing, since we're switching to a bi-weekly schedule, I plan on doing bonus content for the YouTube channel. One of my ideas for bonus content, a friend of mine, IRL friend, is visiting Japan right now, and that gave me the idea. Okay, what if I bring him on for a stream and we can just talk about Japanese folklore? So I might be doing that sometime in the near future.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
don't have
know much
other
about fucking
friends.
Japanese shit, but yeah.
I know, I can't believe I have IRL friends. It's hard to believe. In the state of life and death, two ponies must band together to steal an important gem artifacts before say, okay, let's read the shit. Okay, how many characters are there? We're doing this on a whim, guys. We're actually reading the story. Who wants to be what character?
Well, wait a minute. Fucking what? No, hang on. Don't we have like? Don't you have like actual important shit to be doing for this fucking thing?
How many questions did you have written, Alex?
I mean, a couple more, but
Yeah, let's get through them then first, please.
okay.
Okay, let's do the questions
Oh yeah,
first.
God.
Let's do the questions first, and then we'll end the stream with the reading.
Okay.
God, I had a fucking correct Super Trampoline on so many things because he didn't understand them. Like he didn't know what Montgomery Ward was. Christ.
Oh?
Oh my God. Jesus, take the Perndle.
Oh.
Alex, next question.
Right. Sorry, I was googling Montgomery Ward. Right, yeah, sorry, right, Pony on Earth, yeah. Because the reason I asked is I saw you had a couple of Pony on Earth stories. And I thought it was a bit of an interesting sort of genre. I don't see that very much. Right. I think we might have sort of covered this already, but going through your stories then, what are some of your underrated stories, do you think?
Oh, YCH. I did talk about that one earlier.
Yes.
I will always feel like that one's underrated. Just because that it's a very niche kind of idea of, and people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I still no, I'll put that in my read later because it's
yeah, it's that again, that one I put a lot of fucking heart and soul into it. I would say Bad Mood on the Rise, but that one actually got fairly popular for a while. So that one I don't necessarily say. It's just one I like to mention because it was a fun story. I also have a sequel for that one eventually.
I kind of want to piggyback off Alex here.
Yeah.
What are some stories that you look back on them and you go, I despise you?
Stories I despise of my own?
It could be that, or if you don't have any, you can just go, I wish you were so much better. I wish you were so much better. I could choke you because you're not the quality I want you to be, like that.
Oh, wow. See, I already have low expectations of myself.
Oh, no.
So
no, man.
I don't like oh man, that's a good one. I'm actually going through my stories right now to see if there's something like, oh wow, I could have done this way better. And it's like, they're all equally shit. Oh God.
What about the one where Spike's the toilet?
How about we don't talk about that?
Is that one of your highlights of your career?
Okay, you know what? Fine, we'll add that. We'll make that one on the list of ones we don't fucking. Yeah, that whole story is a regret. That whole thing's a regret.
But that was my favorite.
No.
Is that one of the underrated ones?
I think
it's not underrated. It should be fucking banned.
I think you don't give yourself enough credit because that is.
I shouldn't have any credit in it. I should have no credit. In fact, I don't want to be affiliated with it.
Next to Crazy Steven Equestria, that has to be the best fic I've ever read on the site.
Oh my God. That was so bad. Okay, no, I can't say it. It's not bad in how it's written. It's bad in its premise. I was bullied by Pencil for this thing. Like, you don't understand. It's not that I wrote it bad, because Pencil wrote a part of it, but I wrote a majority of it. It's that I wrote a majority of it decently. So it's bad. It's terrible. It's horrible. Don't. Just no. So much
Alright.
no.
All right, guys. Is our reading of Spike is a toilet?
How about no?
Rob, Rob, what voice do you want to be?
You can be the toilet.
None. Zero. It's absolutely zero.
I'm just reading these genre tags. Goddamn. Submission. How do you rate submission in a story about Spike being? I think I know. Never mind.
Yeah. No. Let's just not.
Alex, take over so I can run to the restroom.
Oh, you put the idea of toilet in his mind now. It's
Oh Lord.
I just, I gotta finish. So I'll be back.
subliminal, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go and have a look at it. You can't.
I also need
Right.
to make some tea, so I'll be back.
What, in the toilet?
No, I'm gonna get tea
Toilet tea.
from the faucet. I'm gonna put it in a cup and I'm gonna dip the tea back in.
Toilet tea.
Yes.
But he's making toilet tea.
Yes.
Disgusting.
It's delicious. It has flavor. You know how like you marinate meat in barbecue sauce for like 2 days. That's how it works.
Gross.
That can be one of your off weeks. You can do a recipe, can't you?
Yeah, I mean I could.
Okay, right. So
All right, I'll be back.
okay. What about some of your? I see you have some older cancelled stories. Are there any of those you sort of look back on and consider going back to?
Yeah, actually, it's funny you say that. I'm actually looking right now here. So the first three that I think of right away, ignoring MLD, ignoring During the Ponies, because those are completed. There's the Replacements, which was my attempt to be a silly fucking thing going after Hasbro entities. And then the fandom changed. Like, the fandom became a big deal, and it changed, and I had issues. Dr. Bees Goes to Equestria, which I, believe it or not, I have planned to finish.
Yeah.
It's just sitting down and doing it. And Divergent Days is kind of the same. Like, I had the whole plot written out for it. I just didn't get it. And then I kind of felt like, too, like, some of it I wasn't doing as well and good as I could have. And that's kind of where the Whittler came about, was like I was trying to address and do things better than I was in Divergent Days, but really I realized that the Whittler was just a different story. So, yeah, I mean, those are the only, I think those are the only ones I've actually marked canceled, are those three.
Other than
Oh, Dr. B's actually, okay, Dr. B's is not marked canceled, but Replacements and Divergent Days are. Yeah, I mean, one day I would love to one day come back to them. I can't say I'm going to, because only God knows what's going to happen to me. But I would love to. Dr. B's is the only one I could think of that actually, I actually have like a couple Google Docs open with half-written shit to get this thing fucking wrapped up and done.
Yeah,
and actually, funny enough, that's what happened with Amigo. Amigo only had, so I gotta go back. I gotta look here. So if you look at its post dates, the first two chapter 1 was 2016, then 2017, and then all of a sudden 2019, boom, finished it.
Yeah,
that's how that happened. Was I just finally one day was like, fuck it, and I just fucking hammed it out and fucking wrapped it up and finished it. And that's kind of like what's happening with Dr. B's, even though I haven't touched it in a while. But yeah, I want to finish
Yeah.
obviously. But again, I mean, between real life and other stories happening, I just haven't. Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot
no.
about Dibs. Fuck, Dibs is another one that I've only got one chapter posted. You know, I got like 4 Google Docs of it,
Yeah,
so I really should get on that at some point.
that's crazy. I mean, these are all like a decade plus old.
Mm-hmm.
It must be weird sort of writing for something that you
The hardest thing is realizing that my writing style changed
yeah.
and having to be like, oh fuck, okay, I have to. I either have to take the old what's already written and change it to my new style, which takes time, or
Mm.
I have to try to write the new shit in my old style, which is a struggle and takes me more time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no middle ground. There's really no middle ground.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can imagine. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah. Right. I was going to ask about some of
I'm
your.
back.
Oh, you got your toilet tea.
I do. I have my toilet tea.
Mm,
You good?
I have my toilet water. I am.
just don't eat a snake.
I tried sipping into the microphone. I don't think it picks it up though.
No, you got to take a bigger sip, I think. Oh, I heard that.
Refreshing. It tastes like shit. I love it.
Well, you missed it. Rob and I did a Spike the Toilet reading.
You fucking did it without me?
Yeah,
No,
it was surprisingly
not.
short.
Absolutely not. In fact, you commented on it, and I'm gonna fucking ban your ass.
What?
Fucking.
Can't do that.
Actually, yeah, I fucking can.
Actually, yeah, you can.
You can just. Will it work out for you?
I don't fucking care who's gonna complain about me banning some random ass motherfucker.
What? I'm not some random ass.
Let's see here. I can look at all your shit.
No,
I should talk about that. But yeah, no, I'll just fucking remove you. You don't exist anymore.
Oh,
Yes, I can even edit this. Like,
what are you editing?
Alright, let's see. I'm on my page. Oh fuck! I need to fix the images on my page.
Oh yeah, well mine broke as well.
there you go. I changed something.
What'd you change?
Oh,
He's got to figure it out.
thank you. It wasn't subtle. I don't think it said that before. Well, I'm going to change your nickname in the SnarkCast Discord.
Oh,
Yeah, tit for tat.
I don't.
tit for tat.
I don't see what's going on here.
Oh, he's updated my bio.
Yeah, I changed his bio. That's fucking fanfic.
Oh, you're talking about Alex. I think you did something to me.
Oh no, I didn't do something to you yet. You haven't pissed me off yet.
Oh.
He didn't like my funny comment on Spike as a toilet.
Yeah.
Right.
LOL, I'm a bitch. YOLO.
Okay. God, fuck. It's 11:30. What? Okay. Do we actually have anything like more legit we're asking doing, or are we just bullshitting at this point?
Okay, go on. All right, my last big question was about your characters. I was going to ask how much of yourself is in some of your characters, like Thomas from the Whitlow and like the main character.
So there's always a part of me. I mean, you like I am a firm believer of the notion you write what you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that every single one of my characters has everything of me in them, but there are parts. There's always aspects. And like you asked about Whittler, Thomas. Yeah. Thomas being like some of his mannerisms aren't exactly the way I am, but some of his reasoning, some of his thinking is ways I same thing I would do, way I would think. like there's one point he makes a comment about how him and his brothers used to steal fuel out of aircraft to drive so they could take their dad's diesel Mercedes out for drives, and they put jet fuel in it so the dad didn't know. I mean, shit like that. Yeah, I did that before. Done that many times. And then there's other characters too that I've done that. I always all my stories, especially if I'm involving a human, there's some aspect of me that is involved. And I got a couple stories that eventually one day I'll get done and posting. They're way more personable. And I got one that's actually dedicated to my father, who I lost last June. And it's mostly about him, which again, a lot of my personality is based on him. So it's just like, I plan, I always there's always a part of me in every story. And I think the people that don't do that I don't want to say they're doing it wrong, but you make a story feel more alive, more real, if you can always incorporate something that that you're passionate about. That way you can explain it and talk about it. And if someone goes, oh, wow, okay, this person knows such and such.
Yeah.
It's always smart to do that. And that's why I always try to limit, like, because trust me, I could go fucking insane on the shit I know. But I always try to limit of what things I have characters that are part of me, like what things.
Okay,
because like I'm not a carpenter. I barely know any woodworking. I look it up, but then there's other little aspects of Thomas that I use. I mean, so.
Okay,
yeah, no, that makes sense.
Going back onto the topic of Milo Dashi, okay, although I have not read the original fic, I do remember the opening narration from the movie. Don't know if word for word, but it says something along the lines of, when I'm happy, I go walking. When I'm sad, I go out walking. And there are these clear themes of going through a monotonous life. So, what were you going through when you wrote that fic?
Well, I was going through a few things at that time. One of the big things was that I just lost my grandmother, who was a big part of myself growing up. My mother's mother, to be exact, at that time. And she was what mainly got me into my main record collection, like collecting records, that kind of music era. I forget what the author's name, but I did a comment on a story about records. Oh my god, why can't I think of the name of it? Anyway, I talked about how much records impact my life, and my mother's grandmother, was a big part of that. She was the one that helped push me into doing and being involved in that, even though she fucking held out on me until a few years ago when I found the fucking dozen boxes of records she'd been hiding on me. But whatever.
So the part in like the narration, when it says did the character go out for walks, is that something you would actually do to clear your head?
I used to a lot. I used to actually go mostly on bike rides. I was insane. I was 260 pounds, and I was riding 10 miles a day on a single speed Schwinn.
Oh.
Yeah. Interchanging between dirt and paved roads, up and downhill. I was an insane motherfucker for a long time. And that was it was calming. It was relaxing to me. I mean, a couple laps, I was fucking doing great. It was awesome. It was a nice workout. It was out and away. I'd have headphones on. A lot of that was before buds, so I just had my regular fucking headphones on. I either had my portable AM/FM radio or I had my 512 megabyte MP3 player for a lot of that. But I mostly rode that all on my old fucking Schwinn.
Everything you just said in that sentence was incredibly old.
Yeah. Yeah, I when I was 11 years old, 11 or 12, I forget exactly. One of the people in the subdivision I grew up on had an old bike hanging up in the roof of the garage, and I traded him a different bike for it. And that was my bike, and I still have it. In fact, if I were to go to, I forget if I still have it on my desktop.
We can hear the train, by the way. Choo choo.
Yeah,
Choo-choo.
yeah, it's going by. It should be gone pretty quick though. It sounds like an Amtrak.
That's nice.
Let's see.
Yeah, that tracks.
Ah,
Laugh
that's
harder.
very funny.
God damn it, Alex, laugh harder.
I made an appreciative but
Harder!
noise.
Oh, that's
Thank
weird.
you. Thank you.
Oh, Magony, how'd you do it?
I don't know, I'm just that witty.
I actually write all of Magony's jokes for him.
He
Uh,
did.
Let's see if this actually works here. Does it work or is it just do a? Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my bike.
Okay. Ooh, that's nice.
Nice.
Oh my god, it has cup holders. Nice.
Well, it's the old bicycle lock that I lost the key to.
Okay.
So, but it's springy enough that I can put water bottles on it. So, yeah. And God, what sad is it looks so good in that picture. It's starting to look worse and worse over the years. I need to get it like actually cleaned up better. But that's the me. I use shit. I don't just I keep it and appreciate it. I fucking use everything.
I'm a bike guy and I know quality when I see it, and that's quality.
Yeah, that I used to fucking when growing up in the subdivision, all the kids had their BMXs and I had that fucker. And we're doing jumps in the ditches. Like we pedal through, hit the hill, fucking hit the ditch, jump into the road. And I got the BMX bikes, and I had that fucking giant ass motherfucker. And the forks are still slightly tweaked from a bad landing I did once.
Oh, it's the same brand as mine. I don't know the name, but I recognize the font style.
Yeah. Well, Schwinn's been around for a long fucking time. Schwinn's one of those early fucking 1900s bikes.
Oh, nice.
So,
fucking Spitfire.
yeah. I always thought about putting a fucking Spitfire sticker on it or something, but I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions, Alex?
No, that's it. You've bled me dry.
I bled you dry.
Well, Rob did by answering them.
All right.
I bleed a lot of things, including my own soul.
All right. So to finish off this podcast, Rob, you down for a reading?
No, Lord. It depends on what.
What am I streaming right now?
I don't know. What are you streaming right now?
What are you streaming right now? That's a good question.
It's an unknown story. It is called Robbing a Trampoline Store.
Oh God, I'm pretty sure I've done readings of this one in the past. In fact, I'm pretty sure me and Super Trampoline did a reading of this.
Well, then it'd be pointless. It's worthless now. Why'd you tell me that?
I don't know.
It's got like embedded videos and everything in it.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
it
fucking
does?
cursed like motherfucker.
Why did he do this to the text? What? Why?
It's avant-garde.
That's the whole point of the story was to be fucking horrible.
He promoted his own story in the story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was. He talks about too at one point when we were at the last BronyCon. I got super fucking shit faced one night, and he was on LSD, and I was just drunk as a motherfucker. And so I just poured like frickin' I think I poured vodka on my thumb and rubbed on his forehead, just going Simba.
Simba.
Yeah.
I was just looking up what that video was. Okay, so before we do the outro, or is there any questions you want us to ask you? Is there anything like you were hoping we would ask?
No, this is pretty fucking chill fucking atmosphere. Like, I mean, I'm all for the improv. Like, yeah, structured questions are kind of cool, but they get boring after a while, and a lot of times it's the same fucking questions. This was a lot of fun, a lot of bullshit. Shared some stuff. Probably should delete
Yeah.
some of these things I've sent you guys, but whatever, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I try to like be prepared for the guests before they come on. I just had a rough week. That's why
You can't prepare for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to watch MASH just for you, just so I had a bunch of MASH questions.
Ah,
Yeah, because I know you love. I know it's your favorite show of all time. Did not get around to it, but you know, maybe in the future we'll have you on as a repeat guest, and I'll be better prepared for that. And even then,
sure.
even though like I like to have questions ready, I do not like following the structure of questions. I like focusing on conversation. That's why when we got into the Alan Wake discussion, I was like, I am all over that shit. Let's talk to it for like let's talk about it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
the calm
For
discussion.
Yeah, yeah, the common
Yeah.
discussion. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think that went well. Okay, I guess. Unless like we have anything else to add here, I think it's time for the outro. Is it like anybody?
Oh,
Whoa, hello.
Hi.
There you are. We lost you.
we thought you were ending it like The Sopranos.
Yeah, it just
Oh.
fucking cut off.
That's how it works. Am I dead? Am I alive? Find out next time.
No, you're
Yeah.
you're here now though. So
Okay. All right. Alex, go and grab the Patreon and YouTube link and shove it into stream chat.
Oh gosh.
oh, did you already end it?
No, we're setting up the outro.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there you go. I wasn't
Okay.
prepared for this.
If you want to support us, you can donate to our Patreon. By donating to our Patreon, you can give us money, and we can use that money to invest in stuff like better equipment. I made like, I think like $70 off this thing somehow, and I used that $70 to buy an external drive for my PC. And because I have external drive now, I don't have to delete shit off my computer every time I need to edit the episode. So it's great. I'm happy. I love it.
Yay.
Yes.
Woo.
If you want to support us even further, like if you, let's say you don't have cash, or you just, you know, you like us, where you don't like us enough to give us your money. Okay, you can support the YouTube channel. We're trying to get monetized on YouTube, so every view counts. So we need I would need to pull up the YouTube analytics for this, but I know we need like a couple thousand views to get
So if you could
monetized.
watch this video a couple of thousand times, that'd be really helpful.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. Subscribe to
Watch
us.
'em.
Subscribe to us 500 times, and eventually we'll be able to run ads. And it's our weekly pay will go from $1 to $2 possibly. And then,
Wow.
yeah, and I didn't think that I'm very low in energy today. Okay, let's do our outro, guys.
Woo.
Okay.
Your bartenders for this evening have been.
Shut the fuck up, Alex. Your bartenders for this evening have been Mugany, Alex _
Hello. What? Goodbye.
and our guest, ROBCakeran53.
Ladies and gentlemen, take my advice. Pull on your pants.